What's up guys, my name is Ace and welcome to the third episode of my answers to the questions that you guys were asking in the past Q&A videos. Once again, I'm blown away by the number of questions that you guys sent in the comments. So I've decided I'm going to continue this series and it's just going to go until I don't get questions anymore. So in every episode, if you have more questions that you want to ask me, just leave it in the comments below and I will continue making videos until nobody asks questions anymore. Alright, so let's just get right into this. It's going to be probably a pretty long video because so many people were asking questions and I really like that. That's awesome. But I'll try and get through them as fast as possible while still covering what you guys want to know. Alright, so the first question, and I actually get asked this quite a bit, how much do you make off YouTube? In my contract, I actually have signed a thing that says I can't tell anybody how much I make and what my deal is with Machinima. But I can tell you guys that I'm not making much money. This is still a hobby. This isn't really a source of income. I don't view it as a source of income at all because I'm making way below minimum wage for the number of hours that I end up putting into these videos. So I don't think that's revealing too much. I didn't say any exact numbers or anything. So basically it's just a hobby. It's not like I am relying on any money from YouTube. Okay, so the next question we have from Dat Sniper Dude. Ace, how long have you been gaming for, and what was your first console? I've been gaming since I was, I think, 3 or 4 years old, so 18 or 19 years I've been gaming for, and my first console was a PlayStation 1. Okay, and just a follow-up question from Dat Sniper Dude, will you ever vlog for us? Probably not. I'm not really a sit in front of the camera and talk kind of guy. It's just not really my thing. I'm not really comfortable with that. And I don't really have a whole lot to talk about other than gaming stuff. A whole lot that I want to share at least anyways. But having said that, I may do some like face cam live commentaries or something like that just to change it up a little bit. But as for just strictly vlogs, I don't have any plans in the near future to do that. Next question, do you have brothers? No, I don't have any brothers. I only have one sister and that's it. So pretty small family. Moving on to the next question from Speed Champion VGC. Hey Ace, have you ever been to Europe? Yes, I have actually been to Europe. I only went for about a month and a half with a friend of mine, but we got around to about 12 or 13 different countries, so we got to see quite a bit, but I'd like to definitely come back and see more. And just a side note with that, I'm thinking about doing just a regular commentary talking about all the places I've been and all the traveling that I've done in my life, because I've done a fair amount of traveling, and I think that would just be a really interesting thing to talk to you guys about. Okay, so the next question, what makes you rage in Black Ops 2? So for me personally, the only thing that really makes me get really mad at the game is lag and any connection issues. I can deal with anything that goes on in the game that may be a little bit unfair, a little overpowered. I can get over that kind of stuff and I can adjust my playstyle to compensate for that. But for lag, sometimes there's absolutely nothing you can do to make anything better. You can sort of play a little bit more defensively and try and navigate the map better. But even then, you can be shooting a guy in the back and he'll just turn around and kill you like you weren't even shooting at him. And it's just the most frustrating thing. And it's actually sort of a fitting time in the video coming up soon, because you'll see some massive lag spikes in this gameplay. And you'll see me get pretty angry and knife the air every time I die when I feel like I didn't deserve that death. And it just gets really frustrating because there's no control. You have absolutely no control over it. Alright, so the next question, are you ever planning to get a PS3 or do you have something against Sony? And I found that kind of funny because I actually got a PS3 on launch day, and then since then I've also bought a PS3 Slim and I have that right now. I just don't play it that often, at least not for Call of Duty, because most of my friends play on Xbox and I just prefer the Xbox. It seems like it runs a lot more smoothly for a lot of games, and the reason I actually bought an Xbox was because the PlayStation Network was down. I don't know if you guys remember that. A couple years ago it was down for about a month, and I had some extra money at the time and I just thought, whatever, I'll just buy an Xbox. So since then I've just been playing Call of Duty on Xbox and I've loved it. So I have absolutely nothing against Sony. I actually think that in a lot of ways the PS3 is a superior console, but I don't want to start a console war. I do like the Xbox too. They're both great systems. And I'm actually really looking forward to the PS4 and also the new Xbox, whatever they're going to call it. I'll definitely be getting both consoles eventually. And yeah, as for playing with PS3 players, I'd really like to play with some of my PS3 subscribers. So I'm thinking if I can find a cheap copy of Black Ops 2 for PS3, if I happen to be at EB Games or something, then I'll pick up a used copy for sure, and then every once in a while I'll jump on and I'll hit you guys up on Twitter or something, so make sure you follow me there, and I'll let you guys know when I'm playing, and you guys can come play with me. Alright, so the next question is actually 2 questions. The first one is, just wondering, but what made you get into the whole YouTube thing? Basically, I've just been watching YouTube videos for years, and I thought I wanted to give it a shot. I thought I could do a better job than a lot of the YouTubers that are out there today, and I think I'm doing pretty good at it. And so I just decided to give it a shot, and I haven't looked back. I've been really enjoying my time here. And the second question, how long did it take you to get good at COD? I don't really know what you would classify as good, but I would say I started becoming really consistent in Modern Warfare 2. I started in Call of Duty 4, and I was never really that great at Call of Duty 4. I mainly just messed around, and I had like a knife-only account way before Only Use Me Blade was even around on YouTube. And I used to just do knife-only, and I just mess around. But I became really consistent in Modern Warfare 2, so what was that, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago? I can't even remember anymore. Alright, so the next question comes from Sam from Punk Gaming, and I'm actually subscribed to him, so if you guys want to go check him out, then feel free. He does mainly Halo videos, I think, right now. He's doing a live commentary series of Halo, and he also does some NHL stuff and just various games, it seems like, and I really enjoy a lot of his content. And no, he didn't ask me to give him a shout out or anything. I'm just saying that because I want to, once again, just like in the last episode. Yeah, so if you guys want to check him out, then feel free. So his question is, Oilers fan at all? And he asked that because Edmonton Oilers are my home team for the NHL. And my answer to that is, I'm not really much of an NHL fan or like a sports watching fan. I love playing sports, I love playing hockey, I played hockey my whole life, but I just can't really get into watching it too much. I don't know what it is, I don't really enjoy it too much, but I'll watch it if it's on sometimes, or if I'm out with some friends, I'll watch the game. I don't really care too much if the Oilers win or lose, but I'm always going to cheer for them because they're the home team, so I guess you could say I'm a fan, but not a hardcore fan. Alright, so the next question comes from Marco Polo. What make and model of microphone do you use for your commentaries? I use a Blue Yeti. I used to use my Triton AX Pro headset. If you look back to my older videos, my Modern Warfare 3 videos, and the first bunch of my Black Ops 2 videos were recorded on my Triton AX Pros, and the sound was just terrible. So now I'm using the Blue Yeti, and I just love the audio quality. It's definitely an improvement. Moving on to the next question, what is your favorite perk in all of the Call of Duty games? I'm definitely going to go with Sleight of Hand on this one. I really miss that perk. I know we have fast mags in Black Ops 2, but it's just not the same. It's not quite as fast. And the reason I like it is you can just constantly be pushing the enemy spawn. You can be on the move all the time. You only have to take cover for like a brief moment to reload. And I just love that. Okay, so we have 3 questions from Peter North, and the first one is, what are your hobbies, or what hobby would you like to get into? So the first one obviously is YouTube. That's my main hobby. That's the one that takes up most of my time. But I also really enjoy shooting, like shooting firearms. I'm actually getting a new handgun, I think tomorrow, so I'm really excited for that. And maybe I'll do a little video, or I'll just show you guys a picture on Twitter or something of that. And I'm really excited for that. And other than that, I don't really have too much for hobbies that I can think of off the top of my head. At least not ones that I spend a lot of time on. So moving on to a second question, what are your top 3 favorite movies in no particular order? I'm a really big fan of Will Ferrell movies. I don't know why, I just like that kind of stupid, funny type movie. So I really like Step Brothers, Anchorman. And then, just to change it up a little bit, I also really enjoy Super Troopers. That's one of my favorite movies. And for his final question, if you could move to another country, where would you go and why? This is actually a really tough one because there's a bunch of places that I'd really love to live, at least for a few years or something like that. But I think I'll go with Germany, specifically Berlin. I really love Berlin. I spent a lot of my time out of my month and a half in Berlin, and I just really enjoy the culture there. I love the city. I just love a lot of things about it. Really cheap beer, which is awesome. And yeah, I think Berlin would be my first choice. That's the first one that I can think of anyways. Alright, so on to the next question. Do you play other games? Cough, cough, Battlefield 3? I don't play much for other games. I think I mentioned in the last episode, I play a little bit of Minecraft here and there. But I like to stick to basically Call of Duty. I have played Battlefield, I do own Battlefield, but I just really couldn't get into it. I think it is an amazing game, but it does have that steep learning curve, and I just wasn't really willing to put in the time to learn all the different things about it. And there was something about the connection in that. I know it's dedicated servers and stuff, but it seemed like it took me way longer to kill guys than it took them to kill me. I don't know if it was the guns I was using or something, but it was really frustrating when you start shooting a guy way before he starts shooting you, and your shots are all on target, and then he kills you instantly, and I just couldn't figure out why. And it was just really frustrating. I don't know if that's changed or if it just takes some learning to figure that out, but I don't know. I mainly just stick to Call of Duty. Alright, so the next question is, how do you feel about boosting and quickscoping? Okay, so those are completely different things, but I'll start with boosting. When there was, like, back in the day when you could, like, do cage match boosting or whatever, where it's just 1v1, I really didn't care if people did that. Like, it doesn't affect anybody else. But when people are tack inserting and affecting your game and screwing it up for you, basically, then I hate that. That's cheating. I can't stand that. If you're gonna boost and not affect anybody but yourself, go ahead. I don't really care. But as soon as you start affecting other people and their enjoyment of the game, then it's wrong. I don't like it at all. As for quickscoping, I'm a little bit mixed on this. Like in Modern Warfare 2, I definitely hated quickscoping because pretty much anybody could pick up a controller and do it. But in Black Ops 2, it does take quite a bit of skill, and you are putting yourself at a disadvantage in a lot of situations by doing that. Having said that, I think they need a little bit more flinch on the sniper rifles when you're shot, because it's extremely frustrating when you shoot a sniper 3 times with an SMG at close range, and then right before you can get your last shot off, he manages to quickscope you without any flinch at all. I don't think there's any way those snipers deserve the kill in that situation. You got your shots off way before he did, and your shots are on target, and you should have killed him in that situation. So I think they need to add a little bit more flinch to it, but honestly, I don't really care too much. It doesn't really make me too angry. I might get a little bit frustrated, but it's in the game, and I just live with it. So the next question, Ace, have you ever thought of starting your own team or clan? And if yes, what would you name it? So I'm not really into the whole like clan or team thing. I have nothing against it. It's just doesn't really suit me personally. I prefer just being a solo pub player and just having fun that way. I don't mind playing competitive matches and stuff every once in a while, but I don't think I'll be forming my own team or clan. I just may join in the odd game battles match or something like that. I don't know. I've never done game battles, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. I've done lots of like just scrims with people that play game battles, but never actually played for anything important or any rank or anything like that. And the next question, how old are you? I'm 22 years old and I'm going on 23 this year. Okay, so the next question comes from Marshall B. Are you looking forward to the next generation consoles? I'm definitely looking forward to this next generation. We've been sort of stuck with the PS3 and Xbox 360 for quite a few years now, and I've really enjoyed my time on them, but it's definitely time for something new. And I'm really excited to see what the game developers manage to do with the potential of these consoles. I'm planning on buying one of the 2 consoles on launch time. I don't know which one it'll be yet. I'm still waiting on the information from the Xbox, and I'm going to make a decision. And eventually I will have both consoles. But I'm not going to be buying both of them at the same time because that's going to be a lot of money to put out. So I don't know if I'm going to get a PS4 or whatever the new Xbox is going to be called first. But I guess we'll wait and see in the future, and I'm definitely excited for both of them. And his second question here is just when will the maps exposed for Hydro come out? I'm sure he already knows this by now, but just in case you don't, it's already out. I'll leave a link in the description to it. And it's all finished, so I have the whole Revolution DLC done for maps exposed. I've kind of been procrastinating with the last of the regular maps, but I'll get to those hopefully shortly. I think I still have this map, Plaza. I have to do... I can't even think of them off the top of my head right now, but I'll definitely be getting to them soon. Alright, so the next question, which SMG is the best one, PDW or MSMC? And this is just my opinion, but personally I prefer the PDW just because of the magazine size. It allows me to be a little bit more creative with my classes because I don't need to worry about putting fast mags or extended mags on it, and I don't have to worry about multiple enemies. Having said that, I think I feel a little bit more comfortable in a face-to-face gunfight with an MSMC, but I'm still going to stay with the PDW just based on the magazine size. And moving on to a second question. And remember when you said that you can watch subscribers' gameplay and help? When are you going to do that? I've been a little bit lazy lately. I've been quite busy with my business, so I just haven't had time for this. Hopefully I'll get around to it soon, but not going to make any promises right now for a timeline. Alright, so the last question of this episode, what do you think of the Revolution DLC, and are the maps and Peacekeeper worth getting? I really like the DLC. Compared to a lot of the DLCs from past Call of Duties, I think Revolution stands out as one of the best. But having said that, I don't think I would really miss the maps if they were gone, if I didn't have them anymore. I don't really look forward to playing any of the maps, except maybe Grind. I really enjoy playing Grind. As for the Peacekeeper, I've already sort of shared my opinion on this in my Peacekeeper breakdown video. I'm not really a fan of the gun. I think that it's outclassed by the existing guns in most situations. There are very few situations where the Peacekeeper is absolutely dominant. There's almost always a better gun for whatever situation that you find yourself in. So overall, I think if you play a lot of Call of Duty, then the maps are definitely worth it. But if you don't really play that much, I'd say probably just save your money. Alright, so that wraps it up for this Q&A episode. Once again, if you have any other questions you guys want to ask me, then leave it in the comments below. If I get at least 10, then I'll continue this series, and I think I will keep doing that until we run out of questions. And just a reminder, I just got a Twitter account, so if you aren't following me on Twitter yet, then make sure you go and do that. I'll let you guys know when I'm playing and when I want to play with subscribers, and you guys can send me a message and I'll invite you. And pretty soon I should have a PS3 copy too, so even if you're on a PS3, then make sure you follow me on Twitter. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.